Hello everybody, and welcome to a new episode of our Cold Waters campaign, where we play as the Soviet Union in 1969. Now, our task is still to hunt down an enemy carrier group. By the way, I think this is our target. They're coming in from Key West towards the North Sea. So let's see if we can intercept them before they get into the North Sea proper, where the depth of the water is not really that great. I would really like to intercept them before that. Now, this should be our target. There's a lot of traffic, which is not that good. Let's see. I'll come. Something's happening. Leningrad? Oh no. Oh no. NATO is gaining ground, conquering territory in the area surrounding the city of Leningrad in the Soviet Union. The Eastern Front continues to be pushed back. In response to constant rumors of atrocities near the village, near the city of Leningrad, the International Red Cross demanded immediate access to the war zone for surveillance and assistance. Overall, the military initiative seems to be with NATO. Military experts argue that Atlantic dominance is in NATO's hands, as US Navy officials report positive results in recent talks with the Soviets. Damn it. Yeah, they have taken Leningrad. Oh, this is bad. I must not fail this mission. We need some successes now, more than ever. That could be them. That could be them. Oh, I hope that's them. Okay, we have a new sonar contact, bearing 11, designated Sierra 1. The weather, there's a storm with high winds. That's good for me, I guess. The time is in the afternoon, so that's fine. By the way, I did follow the advice of some of my viewers. Thank you guys. And I increased the spawn distance, because let's face it, it's really unrealistic to only pick up an enemy fleet on the hydrophones once they are in visual range. Usually you would be able to pick up a fleet way beyond visual range. So now I have increased the spawn distance a little bit, not by much, and we'll see how this works now. Okay, we have a Sierra 1 somewhere, pretty close to us, because I can hear something. Let's come up to periscope depth. And I'll pop up the ESM mast in a moment. Okay. There is a lot of electromagnetic traffic on the surface, and someone is pinging. I hope they did not detect the raising of the mast immediately. There's a lot of pinging here in front of me. Let's observe. How are the conditions? Ambient noise is at 87 decibels. The floor is at 184 meters. There's no thermal layer. Let's go a little bit deeper here. We have identified a Charles F. Adams. There's a banner. Actually, let's stay at 15 meters. I might have to pop up and use my periscope to identify the carrier, if there is one, if this is indeed the correct enemy group. Now I know, oh, there we go, Essex. There's the carrier. There's an S6. Look at that thing. Quite large. And yeah, stormy weather, look how it's rocking the carrier. Powerful radars. This is no easy target, but I think we'll manage. By the way, of course I know I could now use the signature here to identify CR3, but I somehow like letting my crew do that. I think it's a little bit more realistic that way, because doing it with this panel here, it is a little bit gamey, to be honest. So this here is absolutely fine. What's my distance to the carrier? 13.6 kilometers. So they are already quite close. I have identified all targets that I had right now. But I should maybe check if there are any more that I didn't discover yet. Should I risk it? Yeah, I think I should come up. Airplanes. They have airplanes in the area. And I can't see anybody. Down periscope. Oh, there's... Oh, Echo 9. There's one more target that I didn't identify yet. Let's see if they will react to the periscope raising. Did they detect the periscope, yes or not? The airplane in the area is concerning. When and if I should fire missiles, it will be on my position in no time. Come back down to 15 meters. There's an Echo 9. There's a Master 9 now. Where is it? There. Okay, so Master 9 means we have it on more than one sensor by now. We had it on the electromagnetic sensor, and now we have it on the hydrophones as well. So it has been upgraded to a master contact. Let's see what Master 9 is. The crew is working to identify. 42%. Two Belknaps in front together with Garcia. Charles F. Adams, Belknap, Garcia in the back. Quite a screening force they have going there. Okay, Master 9 is shaping up. We should have the solution ready in a moment. They are making a lot of noise. Okay, Master 9 is behind the other SX. It's a second one! There's two of them! Okay, you know what? Change the torpedo loadout. Load wake-homing torpedoes. A carrier group is one of the most high-value targets that you can encounter. So spending a large amount of weapons on that is perfectly fine. And I think I know what I'll be doing here. First of all, I want to disrupt their formation. That I can do with wake-homing torpedoes. After I've done that, I might start shooting missiles at the carriers. We'll wait just a moment for the torpedoes to reload. And then we'll start. Now the only question for me right now is, do I fire the torpedoes basically here from the surface? Or do I go deep when I fire them? What will... I think actually staying up here and shooting the torpedoes is probably better. Why? Because when they... Oh, look at that. Look at the two carriers back there. When you're here close to the surface, the noise of the waves might make it harder for the enemies to detect the incoming torpedoes. The carriers are turning a little bit. Did they manage to detect me? I don't think so. I think they're just doing some zigzag stuff. Okay, the torpedoes are ready. How close is this Balnap cannon? Would it be able to hear my... Well, this Garcia might be able to hear my shots. You know what? Let's do the following. Let's actually go ahead and turn the boat around. By turning my boat around, I will put my boat, as much as possible, between me and the enemies when I fire my torpedoes. That way the sound of my torpedoes being fired will be masked by my boat. The sound of torpedoes being fired is like one of the loudest noises your submarine can produce. So if you can manage to mask that, that's always a good thing. Let's use some time compression, just to speed things up a little bit. This also gives us the opportunity to observe what the carriers are exactly doing. Now if I look at that, then the enemy anti-submarine screen is not really that great. We might be able to let the carriers come pretty close to us. But in that case, as soon as I fire torpedoes, everybody will know about them. No, I think I will fire them now. While the carriers are still at the range, where I might be able to follow up with missiles. Okay, should I continue to turn more? No, I think it's fine. It won't get better than this here. Okay. First target will be that Essex, and I'll fire the torpedo. Yeah, I'll fire one like this. Second target will be that Essex. Let's fire the torpedo like this. And then let's fire two more torpedoes. A little bit more like this, just in case they turn around. And just another one in case they speed up. Like so. All torpedoes are out. Let's start reloading now. I want to have that torpedo, this one, another wake-homing torpedo, and another wake-homing torpedo. Come on, crew, start doing your thing. Now we will have to observe what happens. Did they detect the torpedo launch, yes or no? I think it will become apparent very quick. Huh? Torpedo in the water. Yeah, they heard the launches. They most definitely heard the launches. I'll let the torpedoes close in. Go deeper. Let's see what the carriers are doing. More torpedoes in front of me. That's not good. That is indeed not good. Turn the boat. Torpedo somewhere in front of me. It's a shame they managed to pick up the torpedo launches. It really is. But yeah, that can't be helped right now. Also, I do have to come up a little bit, because I can't fire my missiles at 30 meters depth. I need to be above 30 meters. Sierra 10. We have a Sierra 10 in the area, and it's cavitating. That would then be a submarine. I'm pretty sure. So we have a submarine in the area as well. This is looking quite decent. 2 of the torpedoes might pick up this carrier. So let's observe what happens. I'll hold off on the missiles for just a moment. Just until we can confirm if the torpedoes will achieve anything. If they do, we might not need that many missiles. The reloading is still going quite well, although it's making a lot of noise, of course. But so far everything's good. What we already achieved is to completely disrupt the enemy's formation. You can see that the Essex class carriers are not very close together anymore. The escorts are all over the place. So if I decide to fire missiles, the chance is quite high that they will not be intercepted by a nearby ship. And I lost Sierra 10. But okay, it's good to know that there's a submarine in the area, and I also know... Well, I can make a good guess as to where it is, and I can try to avoid this area. Because, to be honest, I don't want to tangle with the enemy submarine. Now the second Essex carrier is doing... Yeah, it's doing things that will get it into the path of the second set of torpedoes. So actually both carriers might get a few torpedoes on their ass. Which would be absolutely beautiful. Let's just wait a little bit. We have the time. The Belknap, yes, it's closing in, but it's not really closing into our area here. So far, everything is good. The Garcia is plowing away from us, which is also good. We might actually be able to increase our speed a little bit, although I'm not sure I can do it at this depth. Let's just go to 7 knots. That's good. Keep that. Maintain 7 knots. just to get a little bit further away from this Belknap while it is closing in. Yeah, this SX carrier will definitely get 2 torpedoes on its ass. Yeah, this will be interesting. What will happen? This SX, 11 knots, 20 knots. Did this one get hit? Yes, it did. This one got nailed. Let's observe what's going on with our torpedoes. I can't. Oh, the other one got hit as well. Both carriers are hit. Wow, this one suffered a lot of damage. Wow. 2 carriers on fire. Look at the plane flying there, that's cool. Okay, you know what? I now have 2 enemy carriers. They are quite close. And they are more or less helpless. I might prefer to engage them with torpedoes instead of missiles. Because let's face it, these things will slow down a lot. Give it a moment. And I can fire off more torpedoes. Yeah, they're slowing down. They really are. Not surprising. What torpedoes do I use? I might be inclined to use these torpedoes. Let's reload one. The range of these things is good enough. Absolutely. And while the second torpedo is being reloaded, that gives me time to observe what this SX class is doing. It's still slowing down. My guess is they will slow down to about 10 knots both. Which translates to easy targets. And I might be able to finish off both carriers without giving away my position. And that is really nice, if I can pull that off. Now, both launchers will be on my left side. Let's turn this way. Again, I'll try to mask the noise as much as possible from the torpedoes being fired. Let's set up both torpedoes. I'll set up a zigzag pattern search, yes. Just like so. And once I've completed the turn, we will fire. Oh, the plane is overhead. That's not good. Is it dropping something? I hope not. Okay, this SX class is down to 10 knots, the other one is down to 10.5. It's actually speeding up a little bit. Okay. Let's go and fire our torpedo like... yeah, like so. Second torpedo. Out on the second SX. Just like this. Once again, begin reloads. Belknap shooting torpedoes behind me apparently. So it has picked up on the torpedo launches. That means that I need to maneuver. Now I want to get the Belknap out of my baffles. But I also do not like closing in on the other enemy ships, especially not on this Garcia. Once this Garcia starts employing its towed sonar, that can become really dangerous for me. But yeah, let's just see what happens now, after I fired those torpedoes. My guess is that the Belknap behind me will now be closing in. Yeah, re-establish the contact to it. Okay, I'm clearing my baffles here. Torpedo in the water ahead of me. Yes, that's fine though. That's absolutely fine. By the time I get there, it will have self-detonated. The question is, where's the torpedo that's coming up behind me? That is the real question. No contact to the torpedo that's coming up behind me. Not yet. Oh, the Belknap is actually going away from me. Okay, that's good. Both torpedoes have been reloaded. That Belknap can't hear me. This Garcia, if it slows down, then I have issues. This Essex is still going only at 10 knots, 10 knots. Okay. This is looking fine. If they are not evading, then these torpedoes will hit them. I will have to... Oh, there's a torpedo behind me. Okay, that one is actually coming pretty much towards me. Distance to the Belknap 6 kilometers. The torpedoes have a range of about 5, I think. Let's see, Mark 46 torpedoes, range 5 kilometers. I should be fine. Nah, I should be fine. This Garcia, that's the dangerous target right now. If he slows down, he might be able to detect me. Let's see how the detection is changing if I go really shallow. That torpedo should not be able to reach me. I don't think so. Let's just observe. It's not making a difference for this Garcia and its sensors. Might as well go deep, right? At this point. Oh no. That was not good. That was not good. I started to cavitate. That's really not good. Oh, damn it. Oh, no. That might give them a pretty good clue as to where I am. The Belknap might soon be able to pick me up on active sonar. Yeah, I need to get away from that Belknap, to be honest. Okay, what are my torpedoes doing? That Belknap slowed right down. 9 knots, it's listening for me. Thankfully this Garcia is still going fast. What are my torpedoes doing? As soon as my torpedoes go active, I will know it, because I will hear the sonar pings of my torpedoes. How deep am I going? No, I set the depth way too deep. Yeah, that's 152 should be fine. What's the Belknap doing? Still only at 9 knots. Okay. My torpedoes should be going active pretty soon. The Essex class carriers are still just at 10 knots. They can't go faster with the damage they sustained. So, sonar pings should come in any second now. And shortly after that we should hear some nice detonations. Let's look at the Garcia, still doing 25 knots, that's fine. However, if the Garcia slows down, I'm in trouble. The Belknap has slowed down a lot. Go to silent running. Come on, where are the pings? If I follow that line to up here, pings should start appearing really soon. Let's check on our torpedoes actually. We can do that. Ah yeah, now there we go. There's one torpedo. It has just gone active. We can look here. And that torpedo should pick up the carrier. I don't think the carrier will be able to get out of the search cone. No. Not at all. Yeah, that torpedo will get the target. There we go, I think it has acquired already. Nah, not yet. It will soon, however. This carrier is not getting away. What's about the other torpedo? That other torpedo should be in position soon as well. Yeah, there we go. This one has acquired. It's going straight for the target. Goodbye, carrier. Ah, not sinking yet. It's not sinking yet. I might need to fire more. But we can observe for a moment. Okay, where's my other torpedo? It's coming in towards the second carrier. Is in position very soon. Should start pinging soon, and yeah, that carrier also won't be able to escape this torpedo. They have extinguished the fire on board, just in time for the next torpedo to arrive. Wonderful. Okay, this one is coming to a complete stop. The first one. It's slowing down. And they have sustained very heavy damage. One more torpedo might be enough to finish it off. Let's use some time compression here until we get the return on the second torpedo. There it is. Let's observe. I didn't want to observe you, I wanted to observe the torpedo. Yeah. It should acquire the carrier on the next turn back. There we go. carrier acquired. Let's actually take another screenshot of this. Okay, that one is breaking up. We have sunk one carrier already. This is a great success. Now the question is just about you here. Are you sinking by yourself or do I have to help? To be honest, I'd rather not give away my position. If I can avoid it. Let's just continue this way and observe if the carrier will slow down even more. Yes, it's slowing down. This one will come to a complete stop, I believe. That, however, means we can actually close the distance a little bit. And I don't really want to fire a torpedo while these two are so close to me. The Garcia by now is also listening and searching the area. And with the towed sonar, that can become dangerous if it gets closer. And it is getting closer at 9 knots. 6.9 kilometers. Damn it. That's not good. If I was to fire a torpedo now, the Garcia would absolutely detect the launch. So I'll just close the distance to the Essex and observe. Maybe the Essex will sink by itself actually, that's very possible. It did slow down completely to a halt. Let me check something. I might use the 400mm torpedo to finish it off, if it needs another torpedo. That's actually a good use for these things. They are very slow, but a stationary target can't really run. So there you go. For now I'm just creeping along, closing the distance, waiting for a moment where maybe both of these ships are turned away. Oh, that one might work, and that might be now. Let's check. Garcia, yes, it's not using the towed sonar right now. And the Belknap should... Okay, torpedo has been set up. Come on, Belknap, keep turning. Keep turning, keep turning. You're doing great. There we go. Okay, Essex class. Fire the torpedo. Oh, we're at the edge of the range of the torpedo. Okay. Let's get closer then. Ah, shame, I could have fired now. But that's fine, we'll just keep closing in a little bit until we are in range. So the range of this 400mm torpedo should be 8 kilometers. Yes, so we need to close to about 7.5. We have a Sierra 11 in the area. What is Sierra 11? A trawler. That's fine. A trawler is not an issue. Essex is still not sinking by itself, although they have extinguished the fires on board. However, I believe one more torpedo should do the job. And after I've closed to 7 kilometers, I believe we can go ahead and fire.
Товарищ командир, потерян контакт. Последний пилинг 1-3. Возобновлен контакт пилинг 1-3-0.
7.4, 7.3. 7.2. Point 1. Seven. Okay, the Belknap is still doing circles back here. That's in my baffles now. Alright. Just like so, should do the trick. Should I fire? Yeah. Now. Now, I will use the opportunity to turn away and start to get out of the area. It's time to get away from here. Go to 10 knots. We are getting away from here as fast as it is possible without drawing attention to ourselves. Because this, the sinking of this carrier, they will know where the torpedo came from, so let's get away. I just hope that this torpedo is really enough to sink it. That I don't have to shoot another torpedo. Although if I have to, I will shoot another 400mm torpedo. I didn't need to use my missiles. I still have all 8 missiles on board. That's good. Yeah, the early hits by the way-coming torpedoes really allowed me to finish off both carriers without having my position pinpointed by the enemy. And I really prefer it that way. With the airplane in the area and all these destroyers around, they could have done some serious hunting here. But as it's looking now, I'm getting away. The torpedo is closing into the Essex. Will take some time to arrive. So we will keep sneaking away. Let's actually observe our torpedo. I want to see the moment when it activates. There's the carrier up there. Torpedo. Ah, there we go. Now I hope it actually hits. Let's see. It came in very close to the target before activating, so things might go wrong. It's a beautiful ship, isn't it? A shame that we have to sink it. Where's the torpedo? Closing in, okay. From where though? From the side. Nice. Yeah, this carrier has been sunk. Both carriers sunk. Now we can work on getting out of this area. These were our targets. What about this Garcia? It can't really hear me. What about this Belknap? We do not have a precise position for this Belknap. So at the moment I'm hesitating to speed up. While I don't know how fast he's going. Once I know how fast he's going, that's when I can start to apply some throttle here. Let's use more time compression. Yeah, but I think this Belknap is actually going away from me, or he's still doing circles down there. That might be possible. That might be why my men have a hard time establishing a contact solution.
Товарищ командир, потерян контакт. Последний пилим. 1-3-0. Сигнал затухает.
Yeah, for now we'll just keep going like this. Actually, can we already... We can leave. We can leave. It's fine. No vessels nearby, no weapons, no aircraft, and we have no flooding, of course, because we didn't get hit. Leave combat. So, we sunk 2 Essex-class carriers. There were 2 Garcias in the area, a Charles F. Adams. There were 1, 2, 3, 4 Belknaps, and a Permit. Good, very good. That should be a mission success here. Great job, the party will not forget you. Await further orders on this downlink. Awesome. Successful mission. Oh, and I'm getting a shiny. The Presidium of the Supreme Soviet of the USSR expresses its heartfelt congratulations and awards with great pleasure the Order of Ushakov in the 2nd degree to me, the commanding officer of K-87. Exceptional and consistently outstanding service as commander of K-87 during numerous patrols during the war. His leadership and tactical skills ensured the successful solution of the task set and meet the highest standards of the Soviet Navy. Nice. What do we have here? The aircraft carrier is destroyed. An aircraft carrier strike group of the US Navy, located in the North Sea Zone, was subjected to a surprise attack. Headquarters of the Supreme Command confirmed that several ships, including an aircraft carrier, were destroyed in a surprise strike. Make that 2. Details remain unknown, but the number of dead and missing is very high. Is the risk too great? In light of the recent serious defeat, questions have been raised in the NATO command about whether operations involving aircraft carriers can be carried out effectively. The Commander-in-Chief of the US Navy called the idea to withdraw aircraft carriers from the disputed waters defeatist and said that the fleet will continue to perform tasks despite the losses. Yeah, that should be a good boost to our war effort. The European TNC has decided to supply NATO forces with fuel and lubricants. We need to prevent the supply of fuel. You're ordered to arrive in coastal waters in front of Trondheim and destroy the enemy's oil towers. Okay. Destroy enemy's oil towers. Destroy enemy tankers and guard ships if possible. Free choice of weapons. That's interesting, okay. We are going on a mission to sink oil platforms. Oil rigs. Near Trondheim. I can do that. But first we have to get out of this area. And, oh god. So I think this here is our target. But there are a lot of enemies in the area. So, for now, let's just save. And we will continue this next time, when we will hopefully manage to get out of the North Sea without encountering some vengeful enemies. And let's hope that the war situation will further improve for us after we hopefully successfully can complete the next mission. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you had a great time and that this was something really interesting. You don't sink enemy carriers every day. That's really something. And we'll do more damage to NATO until we hopefully can win the war, but you know, it's not looking that great at the moment. The enemies are on the gates of Moscow. Oh boy. We'll see. We'll see, maybe we can turn it around. Until next time, thank you once again and goodbye.